podcast where we desire for you to be the best director for your company. And I'm your host, Walter Soro. Today, we're going to be talking about venture capital organizations. These are organizations that help to fund businesses. The capital issue is always a problem for many people, especially startups. They want to start up things, but they don't have the money, they don't have the resources. Maybe you want to start an energy thing, which requires really maybe billions of dollars. So it's very important that you get people to fund you. Most of these venture capitalists, what they do is they put their money in projects that they believe are worth to pursue. These are projects that have got a potential. They put in their money so that when the business starts, eventually they can sell or list it on the stock exchange, and that's how they get their return. So actually, that's their business. They are in the business of actually making money from helping startups to become big, maybe in 1 year or 2 years to grow big, and then from there on, they recoup their money and their profits when that business lists on the stock exchange, because when you list on the stock exchange, get capital from other people that are now coming in. But because these guys had an earlier advantage, they will make profits. So who can use venture capitalists? Almost all kind of businesses can use venture capitalists to fund their businesses. Venture capitalists, they tend to be generous. Some, they even call them investor angels. So what they do is they bring in the money, and then you must have your business projects, you must have your business plans, you must have everything done professionally, because we're talking about big money here. We're not talking about the little ones where you want to start a butchery or a bottle store. No, not really. We're talking about where you're saying, okay, I've got this idea that is revolutionary. Maybe there is this plant which I have seen that can actually help in the cure of HIV, and research has been done and it's shown that actually patients respond to it. So when you've got such a project, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for you to raise money on your own, because it may take you 20 years. By the time you get the money, guess what? Someone else has found a cure. So it's important that if your project is a time-based project, it's a project that needs to be done as of yesterday, that has to be done as soon as possible, then you might consider venture capitalists. Venture capitalists, they are more willing to take the risks than ordinary bankers, because they have been that business, and they've been in that business for long, and also they know the industries. They do their research, and also they sit on the board. You see, that is the difference between the venture capitalists and maybe getting finances from the banks and other options, financing options, because these guys, they usually put in a member from their team on the board of directors, so they are looking and they are scrutinizing the decision that you are making, and also they're part and parcel of the organization. So not only does that help you because you have got actually expert advice on your board, so that you don't have to make mistakes, you don't have to reinvent the wheel in terms of maybe administration, in terms of being directing your company. Many businesses, they suffer because the directors are not good enough. Maybe they're just new, so they're still making schoolboy errors, so to say. However, if you've got a venture capitalist on board, then that there are many things that you're gonna avoid, and also because they are connected, you tend to get favors. Banks can give you some overdrafts, and suppliers are willing to give you terms because you've got a name behind. So venture capitalists, because they are known in the businesses, you are not just coming in as a raw person on your own. When people look at your board of directors, they see a venture capitalist, they say, oh, well, this business is worth it. So they see, because these are big guys that are known in the industry. So venture capitalists, they give you an advantage, more than you'd get. Yes, they'll also take a portion, and yes, they can put you under pressure for you to sell your business, or for you to list your business on the stock exchange, which if you list your business on the stock exchange, definitely going to lose control. Like, you might have it 51% with the venture capitalists, or maybe 60%, but when you list it there, definitely on the stock exchange, maybe your total control may actually end up being maybe 20 or 30%. So yes, it should be a significant value, because overall you'll be having a big chunk. But if the other people gang up against you, they can actually boot you out, like what they did against Steve Jobs. Though he started Apple before, because it was listed and everything, eventually the other shareholders, they booted him as the CEO, and those are the risks that come when you want to go the public way. But it is worth it to have joint ventures. You must know that not every joint venture leads into public listing. Sometimes maybe the argument with the joint venture is that maybe they're just there for the next 5 years, so they're shareholders, and then later on, after 5 years, maybe the company is now doing well and everything, so they value the business, and then it's like you have to sell the shares, and then you get your own part, and then you continue administering. So it is it's in associating. It's another association, kind of association where but these guys are actually coming in there, they've got some control, they've got some influence. You just don't do your own business. Just don't wake up in the morning and think like, okay, today it's casual day. No. You now have to consult, and it's very important. They are good people because they give you checks. Of course, if you're a person that is really particular and you want to control, then this might not be your way forward in terms of getting finance. But if you are the person that just says, I've got this project, this project must take off. Otherwise, if it doesn't take off, someone's going to take off opportunity of this thing which I've invented, or this opportunity which I've seen. Then going for venture capital is one way to do it. Thank you. Thank you for listening to our podcast, Rapid Business Results. You may subscribe for the podcast on iTunes or receive it via WhatsApp when you add our number to your contact list. Our number is +27 81 78 95 711. Again, +27 81 78 95 711. Just add our number to your phone's contact list, and then also send us a request for us to include you when we send out the broadcasts. For more information and products, please visit our website www.businessfaithinfusion.org. Again, www.businessfaithinfusion.org. Thank you.